What is up, NFL fans? It is time. Week 1 is upon us. And it is time for Cowboys. It is time for Browns. Enough of the speculation. Enough of the who's in, who's out. Enough of can Dak get it done this year? Enough of can Deshaun get it done this year? They're about to take the field here, boys and girls, in just a matter of hours. About 23 hours, as a matter of fact. And we won't have to speculate anymore. We'll see it. I think it's a good matchup for both teams. It's a good litmus test right out of the gate for two teams who didn't play their starters a lick in the preseason, as is the norm for the two teams. Deshaun Watson, of course, coming off of the shoulder injury last season, missed 11 games. Dak Prescott simply just didn't play in the preseason as he enters the final year of his contract. He's a lame duck quarterback with no contract after this year, just like Mike McCarthy, the head coach, and the entire coaching staff of the Dallas Cowboys for that matter. However, over in Cleveland, it's quite the opposite. Everybody's under contract. Kevin Stefanski can do no wrong, it seems, as the head coach over there. The first head coach to earn a contract extension in Cleveland. Golly, I don't know, since the mid-2000s, I think Romeo Crennel was the last guy that got a contract extension. And then I think he was fired the first year after the extension or something was given to him. I don't remember, but it is what it is. But I think it's a good litmus test for these teams, for both of them, really, because we really don't know what we have for these two. But it all happens at the newly named stadium for Cleveland that I can't remember right now because it's brand new. Huntington Bank Field. There you go. Huntington Bank Field. Not to be mistaken with Huntington Bank Stadium, which is the Minnesota Golden Gophers home stadium. But Huntington Bank Field there in Cleveland is where the Cowboys and the Browns will scrap. And the Browns and the Cowboys, two pretty famous quarterbacks, maybe for different reasons. But they won't be the two most famous quarterbacks in the stadium that day, boys and girls, because one Tom Brady will make his Fox broadcast debut in the booth. The 7-time Super Bowl champion launches his broadcast career with Browns versus Cowboys. So, the Fox NFL game of the week, lots of eyes will be on this game. Lots of eyes will be on Tom Brady. And lots of eyes on in Dallas will be on Dak. A lot of eyes in Cleveland will be on Deshaun. Can either one of these guys get their team over the hump? And maybe Dak's last chance. And you know what? For all we know, I know there's a big contract involved there, but this may be Deshaun's last chance, too, in Cleveland, having played just 12 games in the previous 2 years due to suspensions and injuries. He may need to show them a little bit of something, or they may wash their hands of that $230 million fully guaranteed that he signed back in 2022. So Prescott, of course, hoping to remove that playoff monkey off of his back. He's just 2-4 in the postseason, and he's been tabbed in Dallas as a player that simply can't get over the hump. He can't win the big game. A little unfair, it's a team sport. And I feel like last season, we talked about it a little bit in the wild card playoff loss to the Green Bay Packers. Dallas scored enough points to win the game. You score 40-plus points, you should be able to win an NFL game. It was the defense that failed them. But nobody remembers that. Everybody remembers Dak didn't win. So now Dak has no contract. Jordan Love got himself a huge contract. And that game gone a little bit differently. Dak might be the one with the contract, and Jordan Love still working on his rookie deal with no long-term deal in Green Bay. So it's funny how the football gods throw things at you like this. The Browns will once again have one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the league this year. The center of that, of course, Dallas, Arlington native, Cleveland defensive end Myles Garrett, Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator there. Again, there's not enough things we can say about Jim Schwartz and the Cleveland defense. He has carried on the tradition since arriving there just a couple years ago about just having one of the strongest defenses in Cleveland. I think it's a good matchup for both teams. Dallas also has a retooled defense with Mike Zimmer coming in to replace the departed Dan Quinn, who is now the head coach in Washington. Took a bunch of Cowboys free agent players with him over there to Washington, so we'll see kind of how things pan out over there. But all in all, look for the key matchups here to be the Cowboys' offensive line, which will be starting a couple of rookies against Myles Garrett. If Myles Garrett can put any pressure at all on Prescott, then Dallas could have a long afternoon. Same thing with Deshaun Watson and the Dallas Cowboys secondary. Trayvon Diggs is coming back from his ACL tear last year. Deron Bland, of course, gone the first 2 months of the season with that foot injury. The Cowboys have a lot of inexperience in the secondary. You're starting a rookie opposite Trayvon Diggs. And that's a big matchup to watch. You know, you're probably going to have Cooper on Diggs on Cooper, however you want to say it, which is going to leave Jerry Jeudy and Elijah Moore matched up against a rookie sometimes. So we'll see how that works out. But boys and girls, it all starts 4:25 Eastern, 3:25 Central on Fox, the game of the week. And I can't wait to get things going here. And I know you can't either. What we'll do is we'll come back with a post game on Sunday evening. Break things down. Cowboys versus Browns. Who's 1-0? Who's 0-1? Which quarterback looked like he's on pace for another good season, and which quarterback vomited his career all over the field on Sunday. Sorry for the graphic image there. But yes, we'll see you guys on Sunday afternoon. Enjoy the game. Enjoy NFL football. It is back, baby. And so are we. And until then, we'll see you.